How's it going, guys? It's Sam from AliveOrigami.com, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make this 3D origami swan. Now, it's not too hard. All you need is a bit of patience and about 7 to 8 sheets of paper cut up into these little units. Now, before you start, check out the video showing you how to make these via the link I'll put on screen now and in the description. Alright guys, let's get started. Okay guys, so to start with, what we're going to do is we're going to take a few of our units and we're going to take a look at them first. You're going to see that it's the triangle shape with 2 pockets on one side, like this, 2 little pockets, and 2 points on the other. So that's very important. We're going to start by holding them in this direction here. So you've got the slope facing down and open at the top with the pockets at the bottom. And we're going to start by making sets of rows. So we're going to take one here, and we're going to put it into the pocket of this one down here like this. So we've got like the starting of an upper row and a bottom row. So we'll carry on like this. So one up, one down, one up, and one down, like this. So you see we're just going to carry on like that. So what I want you to do is you want to keep going in this pattern, up, down, up, down, up, down, until you've made 20 on each row and it's in a big straight line. Okay guys, so when we've done that, we're going to end up with a big long accordion-like row like this. And on one end, we're going to be finishing with the upper row being the last one. And on the other end, we're going to be finishing with the lower row being the last one. And what we're going to have to do, we're going to take it like this. So in this orientation, make sure you've got it right. So with the slope facing inwards, and we're going to curve it around like this. And we're going to just complete the chain by locking the tip of the lower row, which in my case is this one here, into the pocket of the upper row, just like you did before. So it's very fiddly. There we go, I've done it. And it gets a lot less fiddly the longer you go at this. So we're going to keep it in this orientation like that. And now what we've got to do is, so now you've got these little interlocking rows. What you want to do next is take more units and you want to keep building them onto these rows. So you see here, we've got this gap here between 2 of them. We want to take a unit and link it on top to bridge that gap, just like laying bricks really. And what you want to do is you want to keep going round like this, and you want to make 1, 2, 3, 4 layers like this of 20. And as you do so, it's going to keep closing up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building this, and I'll probably time lapse it so it doesn't take forever. Okay guys, so this is what it's starting to look like after I've completed 3 rows. Now, I'm just going to mention this, when you're building, what you don't want to do is, so you've got this unit here. When you're building the next layer, you don't want to entirely stack it onto one unit. What you want to do is you want to stack it onto the tips of 2 adjoining units. This gives it a lot more strength and is going to help it hold together. Okay guys, so this is what it's going to be looking like after 4 layers. Now I think I've changed my mind. I think I want it to be even taller still, so I'm going to go with a 5th layer as well. So I'm going to start building on that. Okay guys, so I'm just coming up to finishing the 5th layer. And after we've done that, we're going to start making the head and the tail. Go. It can be really fiddly sometimes. And so you notice what I've allowed it to do is sort of bowl out as it's getting wider towards the top, just so it creates that more natural effect. Okay, so next we're going to start working on the head. Okay guys, so to make the head and neck of the swan, what you're going to do is you're going to pick one side of the circle. It's entirely arbitrary. And you can see I've started by putting the next 3 units on there. And what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to start by making the base of the neck 6 units wide. So just as we did before, oh, so fiddly. Just as we did before, I'm going to start by just linking the tops of 2 units up. You know, actually I think for this one 5 is going to be plenty. So I've started by making 5 units like this. Then the next thing we're going to do, ever so slightly different than before, but still no more difficult. So on the end 2 units here, what we're going to do is we're going to put the entirety of 1 unit into the pocket of the unit going above it, and then we're going to put this tip here just into the right hand pocket like we did before. So all of this one going into the left one here like this, and then the right pocket taking this one here. So in doing so, we're going to be narrowing down the neck just as you'd want it to. So I'll show you a close-up of that one. So now you can see that all of 1 unit is inside 1 pocket of the next one above, whilst the next unit is just as before. So we're going to complete this by going along. And then when we get to the last 2 units, we're going to do exactly the same thing as we did on the left hand side. So we're going to take this, there we go. So now you can see what was 5 has now become 4. And then what you're going to do is you're going to repeat this process. So you're going to put these 2 into the next one, and this point also into the right pocket of the next one, all the way up until you've just got 1 wide. So we're going reducing down from 5 all the way down to 1. Okay guys, so when you're done and you've got it down to 1, it should look like this. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now once you've done that, you can just start making the neck as normal. So if we turn it on its side, you can see that you can shape this however you want it to be. But what we're going to do now is we're going to start basically just making the neck as units of 1. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to carry on like that as normal, just adding 1 unit on top of the next, on top of the next. I'm going to shape it back and round and then over to the top. And I'll show you what it looks like when I get more complete. Okay guys, so what you can see is that I've gone and finished the neck. So what I did, I made a curve that went back round and then back over the top. And right up here, I finished with just a yellowy orangey traditional beak coloured triangle. So what we're going to do next is we're going to work just on the tail to finish off. Okay, so what we're going to do when we're building the tail is we're going to be around the back, and we're going to choose these 2 centre units here, and we're going to link those together to start with like this. And I mean, it's really your choice, guys. You can choose how wide, how tall, all these dimensions, you can play around with. I think I'm probably going to make mine 7 wide. I'll just keep linking these units like this. 1 in the center and then 1 on each side until you're happy with the width. And I'll get back to you once I've finished the bottom row. Okay guys, so the first layer I decided to actually go with 5 just because it's not that big a swan. And so for the next layer, what we're going to do, unlike with the neck, when we build on top, we're only going to do it just like normal. We're not going to put the outside flap into the pocket of the next one on the layer up. So we're just going to continue along. It's so much more difficult to do these things on camera than when you're just doing it normally. There we go. So 4, and then we're going to continue down until we've just got 2 left at the top. Okay guys, so once you've done that, you've completed the tail, and you've basically finished the origami swan. So now the beauty about this is that you're really only limited by your imagination. You can make these as big or as small as you want to be. You can use different colours, and that's something that I'm going to be exploring in future videos that I'm going to link on screen. But anyway, thanks very much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could give it a like and a share, that would be fantastic, and subscribe for more. And if you feel like being extra awesome, the next time you shop on Amazon.com, if you click on my Amazon affiliate link in the description, after you've clicked that, within the next 24 hours, anything you buy, the channel gets a commission for without costing you any extra. So it really helps out the channel to grow. So as always, guys, thanks very much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.